The gentleman from Fairfax, Mr. Albo.
Speaker, speaking to the amendments, please.
Gentleman has the floor.
Mr. Speaker, members of the House, just because, like many of you, since we've left the session on this bill, I have gotten so much email from people who don't understand or have been told things that are not even in the bill, and I've spent half my time trying to just explain to people what the facts are before we could have a debate on whether it's a good idea or not. And there's a couple things that have been referenced today, which I just want to point out that I just disagree with the conclusions. First was an implication that Northern Virginia will pay more for the rest of the state's roads. It is absolutely and utterly incorrect to imply that any of this money that Northern Virginia is paying or that Hampton Roads is paying is ever going to leave the area. It's impossible. If you look at the governor's amendments, enactment number 14, he actually improved the version that we had before. The governor's new version says that any time the state uses any of the statewide money for something other than transportation, all the revenue sources disappear. And it further says that anytime any of the revenue sources in any of the planning districts, which is Hampton Road in Northern Virginia, is ever used for anything other than transportation, all the revenue sources disappear. And it also says that anytime a locality uses any of the money they get in Northern Virginia or Hampton Roads for anything that's transportation and anything that goes outside their locality, that locality forever can't get a single penny of it. This bill assures, and I hope that every constituent in this state knows, that the money that they will be paying, and granted it's going to be some more, is absolutely and utterly going to be used for transportation. The bill protects them. Secondly, I would disagree with the fact that an average family of 4 is going to pay $200 more in Northern Virginia. When I ran the numbers, and remember, this bill actually has a slightly less impact on the average citizen since the titling tax went down from 4.3 to 4.15. Let's remember that the sales tax increase does not apply to food. There is no sales tax increase on anybody when they walk into a grocery store. So the only time people will pay more is when they buy a good in Virginia. In my calculation, for a family of 4 making $140,000, that buys a $500,000 house every 20 years and one $20,000 car every 5, that family of 4 would pay about $14 or $15 more per month in Northern Virginia. Now, somebody who makes more money, has a more expensive house, and likes fancy cars like Delegate Marshall, they're going to pay more. That Marshall doesn't like good cars. So it's about my calculations are about $14 per month per family of 4, or $7 per person. And in fact, with the governor's amendments, it could be much, much less. So, and then the last thing is, nope, I don't have any more, Your Honor. I just like, Your Honor, wow.
That'd be you, Your Honor.
Yeah. But I just want to make sure that people know that there is no chance whatsoever that a single penny that is raised in this bill is ever going to go for anything but transportation. And there is no chance that a single penny that is raised in Northern Virginia and Hampton Roads will ever be used for anything other than transportation or anything outside Northern Virginia and Hampton Roads. Thank you.